Hello, Internet. Wait, where's the. Oh, this camera's on? We're starting in just a second. We have a really fun interview going with a local news station, so we're letting them finish up. I'm going to mute the mic, but the cameras will be on. So actually, I worked at this company for a year as a Stern Pinball and helped them roll out the new. So now they have a bus system, kind of like a car, where it's just it's connected up with Ethernet cable.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh yeah. Oh, you're fine. I have them muted because they are shooting some B-roll. I have them muted because they're gonna hear me double because I had my Twitch open on my phone. Now Kyle's mic's on. Behind the scenes, y'all.
Hot mic, so I can trash talk Moto. Okay, hi Moto.
Hello. We're watching y'all shoot B-roll. This is very exciting stuff.
Exactly. Getting some B-roll here.
now, Mikimoto?
I think we can hear you through Kyle's mic a little bit.
Yeah, so we have our local TV crew here.
You wanted to get me just started one with Ball in his transmission where it's just like the craft lead.
Yeah.
All about that.
Yeah, no, I want to.
Mr. Knows
You guys are doing it like second Thursday.
Every second Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Okay.
It's an all kids show. I think is
Okay, yeah, I was hoping to get out more time.
for CBS. I think it's CBS. It's a morning show, and every morning you have like 20 kids on there, and you just do
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. I remember
Actually,
when I went down, I saw
hoping to
one of them was like 5 years old.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you just kind of shut up and find kids, right? It's just, take a batch of kids and throw them up there. Well, yeah, throw up.
I wish I could do it now.
Yeah, is it okay if I like sort of place the ball, places the ball around?
Also, slap the ball in it if you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it up this. I'll throw it up.
Oh,
here.
it's sorry. We're not gonna talk about those guys.
Okay. We don't talk about Luna.
This is so cool. When I was in middle school, I was always in the TV studio at Campus Art. It's gonna come from around here. Do a little morning program on TV stuff.
It's diverted.
Come along with it.
That's
like behind, yeah.
Yeah, the ball should be.
Thanks for like. As I've talked to like all the different people about this story, like I've noticed everyone's just so passionate and that's so great. Like I haven't met someone that's just like, oh yeah, pinball. You know? I feel like, especially like being around this all day, I feel like you have to be excited about it.
You know, get back to work, please. You paid to fix the ball.
Get to do a little bit of it all.
Mom, I am a professional football player.
So, y'all need to get any more shots of pinball?
Sneak in there.
Huh? Oh yeah, well, or just, you know, anything close up or whatever. Like I could introduce you to those guys at Transmission. They can always open the games for you, or, you know, no problem. Yeah, Fred's around.
Not transmission. We're talking to Fred tomorrow.
Okay.
I do want to try to get over transmission.
Yeah, I think they're closed for a few more days, but I can give you the contact information for Josh. Josh is the most. There's 4 owners at that place, and he's the one that's like really passionate about the games and like that mission, you know. So, I mean, I think it's just transmissionarcade@gmail.com. But if I could just give you his phone number if you wanted, because he'd be fine with that. He's just.
I'm muting that part just in case. We don't want to publicize someone's phone number. I know, he usually is. He's probably like, oh yeah, I'm right here. He's not yet. They were all ready to call. Transmission Arcade just gets a bunch of prank calls. Yeah.
What's up, Internet? You can read lips. Y'all don't even want Josh's phone number. Come on, really?
555-555-5555.
Yeah.
8679. Wait.
8675309.
306. Uh-oh.
What is wasn't there, I think there's like, you can dial 1-800-OATS or 1-800 something relating to Hall & Oates, and it will like play Hall & Oates songs to you, which I...
Has anyone dialed 1-800-PINBALL and see where that goes?
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I said it yesterday, but I forgot.
All right.
1-800-PINBALL. It's got to be someone's.
All right.
I kind of
Let's
want to
do this.
it.
What's up, Internet? Hi, Daniel.
Kyle, where
What?
does 1-800-PINBALL go to?
I don't know. I'm not going to try it. You guys can dial 1-800-KICKERS and talk to Eddie, Talia, or Pablo at Stern. Yeah, Stern does use 1-800-KICKERS still. Pretty cool, huh?
Why not pinball?
I don't know. Are we like, what, the crank yankers or whatever?
Dominic, how can I help you?
Someone answered, but I couldn't hear because you said something at the same
He
time.
said,
Did
hello,
anyone catch
this
that?
is Dominic, how can I help you? Why are you're like, I don't know. That's,
Calls.
I kind of miss that you
from
can't
the
like
pub.
crank call people anymore. That always used to make me have a lot of fun when I was a kid. Anyways,
He's gonna call back.
yeah, he is. He's gonna blacklist you from telephones. Okay, what's up? Let's, I was doing some work when we started.
Should have said, "Hi, I would like to
I would like to buy
buy
a
a pinball machine." Oh, it is. Look. It was BMI Gaming.
What? What is that? Thank you, Molly Hatchet, for the gift sub. You are
Pop Extreme.
amazing.
Thank you, Molly.
I'm gonna head back whenever we get back. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I guess
What is BMI gaming?
about 340.
Body mass index games? Get people to lose weight by gaming?
Get back around
Uh,
That's what it's like when I'm trying to play.
arcade games for sale.
Really? You should call back and say, I apologize, I called you, but I was just trying to figure out 1-800-PINBALL went to.
Can someone call for me and just be my
No,
secretary?
don't harass Dominic.
Yeah.
Y'all are mean.
They sell all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, actually, doesn't BMI Gaming come to MGC? Maybe. No. Hey, this is Emoto. Your laptop on the air. I know. I had to. In one of those days.
Guy on the
Starting late on the
internet.
stream. Getting ready for Southern Fried next week. Ugh. 3 shows this month. Southern Fried, Eggpan, and California Extreme. He's probably watching the stream now. I hope so.
He's
I
gonna,
didn't say anything. I got scared, and I just hung up.
that guy's gonna unsub now. It's all your fault.
Dang it.
Are your pinball machines right? Okay. I'm done with this.
Well, you better go catch him.
You better do it.
I got my awesome 1984 coffee cup that's broken. I need to get a new one.
What happened?
Who here in the chat wants a Marco Pinball coffee cup? Raise your Kyle emotes.
Everyone's like, no, I hate coffee.
Oh yeah, coffee's not cool anymore, right?
No, coffee is cool.
You dropped it? Oh, it's okay. We'll just buy a new one and support our local arcade. It was just a little chip, but now it's starting to become a long pathway that soon
I drink
Will
so
be-
much coffee.
I'll turn into a flower pot.
Coffee is the best way to enjoy your
Marco
being alive.
Beerstein, hands raised. Beerstein. Have you guys seen those Stern pinball beer steins that have like the pinball blasting through it? That's really
Yeah, they're cool. I got to drink water out of one last time I went
Oh,
to
really?
Stern. Yep.
Oh. How does it feel in your hand? Is it heavy?
Heavy. Really nice. I live
Oh
within
no,
5
Gaming
minutes.
Roland can't drink coffee right now because they got braces. Yeah, you don't want to get little box stains. Drink it through a straw and put the straw like all the way down your throat.
Yeah. Just drink iced coffee and suck it up through a straw. That's totally fine.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Look at everyone loves coffee, so I'm not alone.
Coffee IV. Duh, that's even more brilliant.
Oh God, hold on. I'm blown out.
So yeah, today we were supposed to be checking out this. I'm gonna go back. Get out of here, Homer. This dim light. This is what we started on with this Viking series, and then it transgressed to fixing the power supply, redoing the rectifier board. We're doing lots of board work, and now we're coming full circle back to this 10X light that was more dim than the other lights, but then Kyle was saying all the lights were seeming dim.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if you guys even heard me during the loud Viking music.
That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, because I was talking to, I think it was Ryan at the Carolina.
we have.
Yeah, we're back to the mystery.
Yeah,
Right?
we had issues with a few things on this game, but they have been. Hopefully, we're rectifying them. I actually just installed everything back in the game, so we can give it our really quick. Does this work? And then we can go ahead and I think we're going to grab
Ground
the.
issue.
oscilloscope, and we're going to look for the output on those chips and see if we can find something wrong. So,
Bob Booger says ground issue.
yeah, definitely not a ground issue. Well, it is a ground issue, but it's a complicated ground issue through circuit boards. So we're going to have to measure signals and such with the oscilloscope. So.
Yeah, sorry for the background noise. It's okay. You guys should still hear Kyle because he has his lavalier mic on.
Yeah, my mic is closer to my face.
We're multitasking. A bit multitasking.
All right. Now it's going to be quieter in 1 second. And please close the door. It's a million fucking degrees outside. I said Fuggin, FYI.
I heard.
Please close the door. I'm going to go close the door. Oh, okay, you're coming back? Okay. No, it's okay. It's just this air conditioner sucks, and it takes forever to cool back down.
You like the ambient lawnmower? I guess.
I don't mind the lawnmower. I mind the 100 and some degree high. Hey, people who don't know, this is Paul.
Hey guys.
He's the bomb.
Hey.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
I haven't reached Kyle level yet.
He is our fearless leader.
We're many episodes deep into this that I thought it was going to be a real simple. Oh, we're going to change an SCR.
I know, this
and
is turning into a Marco TV miniseries here.
yeah, it's see that's
Is HBO gonna pick this up?
I hope so. Pinball is not easy, and that's what we've proven by working on this old thing.
I didn't watch. The
Stephen
last one,
Haberman,
but
yes,
sorry,
ask
but
a tech
it's okay.
question.
It was we worked on the rectifier board, so we installed new headers on that. We finished working on that, and now we're busting out my oscilloscope.
Did you put in a new Marco rectifier board?
Not on this one. On other games, yes. This game, I pride on actually having almost all of the original boards. All of them actually still have the original serial number attached to most of the displays.
Oh, it's serial number matched.
Yeah, I
like
don't
a
have the
classic car.
computer, but yeah, most of them are serial number matched, which is fun. So
That's actually pretty cool.
yeah, and this game's just really nice.
So you
so.
need to take some clear code then and put the serial number labels back down like you're stealing the back glass.
This one's falling off, and it's making me nervous. I need to get a little glue stick, you
Yeah,
know?
get a little bit of clear nail polish and put it on there.
That's a good idea. Yeah, really seal it in.
Exactly. Well, it's a historical artifact now.
It is. Most of my games aren't this complete in the fact that they all have matching serial numbers still. So
what's our blocker now?
the blocker now is we still have the light stuck on. I installed a
Where's
new
your problem? You're
decoder
missing a
chip.
board there, dude.
We are. We installed a new decoder chip. We've replaced the SCR, and we've come down to now, and it's still doing the same thing. So maybe I fried the SCR somehow if this chip was bad, and I haven't changed the SCR back, but we're going to hit the outputs with an oscilloscope and see if they all look good here, and if they don't look good, then we're going to try shotgunning a new SCR.
Oh, it's scope time. Yay.
Yes, everyone gets to watch me fumble around with an oscilloscope. So
Just act like you belong.
just pretend like I know what I'm doing. So
That's the first rule of pinball.
just fake it till you make it.
Pretty much.
Always.
That's how you sell a lot more boards.
Always. Let's see. So, oop. Ta-da. Yeah, those guys were nice. That's pretty cool. It's fun to see like so many young people being like, oh, pinball's a thing, you know?
Yeah.
And you mentioned that in the interview, so. Yeah, so were those guys with?
That's WLTX. That's
Okay.
That's the CBS local station. So.
They look like, and they probably go to USC, and they're probably in a journalism program, I'm assuming.
Oh no, they're
and
full time.
Oh, really?
That's a real crew. Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really rad.
Yeah. This wasn't a senior project. That'll be on TV.
Good.
Yay, pinball on TV.
People watch television? What?
Yeah. So I offered, if they want to boost their viewership, they can rehost on our platform.
Perfect. All right, we're gonna get everything kind of set up, and then I will rejoin everyone on internet side and see what's going on. I wanted to do this, but then I didn't want to get in the shot, so I figured I'll just sit there and twiddle my thumbs a little bit.
Yeah, that's
we're
what
all
I keep
good.
telling him.
I usually won't do this on a game this nice, but like this is one of my favorite things to do is install a bypass for the 12 volts, because all of the 12 volts that gets turned on to 5 volts is on one teeny little orange wire. and it's definitely underrated. So if the 12 volts goes out because this connector burns, you lose all your 12 volt or 5 volts. So I just always install like a little bypass here that goes right to the filter cap with a connector. So you can unplug it, you know. So we've done all that, and now it's time to actually figure things out.
Ooh, the moment of truth.
Yeah, somehow. I need to figure out where everything is in here. And we also remember how to use the oscilloscope. So it's been so long since I've used that thing. Ugh. All right.
All right, I'll let you get to it. I have to go.
Back in work?
Well, we're going to get some more B-roll back at the office. So.
Oh, cool. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you get
Nice.
Steve's beard.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I have to hide all the bodies.
Yeah. All the bodies and the pinball artifacts that we're not supposed to have,
Oh,
you know.
pinball artifacts. Sorry,
Yeah.
the pinball artifacts, yes.
Oh, shh. All right.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Don't tell the Vatican.
Yeah. No more swearing when Emoto's gone. Right, Emoto?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Frank's come out your paycheck. Thanks, guys. Good seeing everybody.
Thanks, Paul.
Goodbye,
Bye.
Paul. Okay.
We got the scope out. Let's see if we can convince Kyle to jam the camera through the scope. Isn't that a thing? Isn't there something you can get up close with?
We'll put the camera on the oscilloscope once I poke around. I was going to kind of try to poke around and reteach myself how my scope works before we went live, but we had to get the really cool background for Paul's interview of all the pinball games back here. So
Yeah. Is Alaska? I would think so. Is Alaska considered domestic shipping?
no, 48 continental
Dang.
United States. I think Alaska and Hawaii. do
So
not
Alaska
count.
and Hawaii
Yeah.
are SOL.
Yeah. Alaska is a little more
Okay.
complicated because technically it has to go across an international border or via an airplane, which is a lot more expensive. So. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the promos work, but I know if we have like, I'd have to ask for you. There might be something with like the other two non-contiguous states might qualify for like the $10 off shipping perhaps that we
Yeah.
do for Canadian and international customers. So
Yeah, postage-wise, they cost as much as Canada. That's why it's...
yeah, it's nuts. I guess like we always just say it's like domestic shipping free, international
We
10.
should build
but
a bridge between like Washington and Alaska, so then we don't have to go through Canada.
maybe. We could just ask Canada nicely if we can have like one road width worth of territory. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Just
wouldn't
along
give
the
it up.
border. Just give us a little sliver,
Just a sliver.
10-foot sliver.
Well, so really quick, let's do this. I'm gonna turn this on, but I'm gonna unplug
Yeah, beam.
sensitive things. What that is going to do is prevent power from getting into things that, if there is a problem, which I'm 100% sure there won't be, we'll make sure that things don't explode. Emoto is opening up schematics right now.
Is that good?
Yeah, we probably won't need it there because I can show it on my schematic, but let's keep it up for just a second. Can I see what's on
Okay.
the stream right now before I flip the switch on? Since we did so much work here, we're really going to keep an eye on this fella.
1-800 Pinball's calling me back. I'm just
What?
kidding.
Really?
It was a scam. No, it
Oh.
says scam.
I mean, actually, I guess the safest way to do this is I can unplug these outputs here. Let's turn it on, see if anything smokes. Nothing caught on fire, no fuses exploded. Now we can plug these outputs back in. We can turn it back on. All right, the driver board didn't explode, so I think we're pretty safe to turn the entire game on.
Oh. Hey, Midge says promos will work for Alaska and Hawaii because
Thank
they're
you,
not
Steve.
going through Zonos. So
Oh,
they're
okay.
considered domestic. Pez, you should just get your cousin a tribe to drop in the code.
It makes me anxious. It gives me anxiety that people in the office watch this. So please just stop watching now, Sarah.
Thank you for watching, Sarah, and whoever else from our office is watching. We appreciate it. Don't stop.
Nope, and I gotta plug the soundboard back in. Let me also get an extender for my probe, so that way I can hook it to reference voltage without it being stifled a little bit. Oh no! Pirate Princess Jess is here. Another one of our fine coworkers. She is an amazing coder that is helping our website not be as crappy as it used to be. Thank you, Sarah. You're embellishing now. You're just trying to gain points. No magic smoke. Okay, yes. Now I'm caught up with chat. Let's do this. It's been a while since I've used my oscilloscope, but an oscilloscope is essentially a voltmeter that will read signals it will visualize signals in time. So what that means is I can watch electrical signals. An oscilloscope has the ability to refresh its image faster than a voltmeter can keep up. So what I can do is I can watch the output of a IC chip, go low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. So 0 volts, more than 2.5 volts. 0 volts, more than 2.5, less than 2.5, right? And that will allow me to see thinking, if that makes sense. So the idea is that since we have a light stuck on, and we know that the problem exists on this board, what I think it is at this point, and this is me just kind of guessing, what I think is that we have maybe when I replaced the SCR, it was fried somehow by the chip. And since we went in and replaced the chip, but we didn't replace the SCR again, we have the same issue, but it looks like we still have the original issue. So what we want to do is we're going to use the oscilloscope to measure the output of a pin that is working, which is like almost any other lamp. And then we will try to see if that output matches what our potential bad output is. And then if that all matches up, we're just going to go and replace the SCR, which should, in theory, fix our problem. Give me a second. We're going to turn the game on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flashes. Now Viking lives. OK. So what I like to do, give me a second, actually, before I say like to do, et cetera, et cetera. I just want to.
Can you also zoom out just a little bit with the handheld so we can see the oscilloscope?
I will, but there's not going to be anything useful to see on it just yet. So give me just 1 minute. I need to refamiliarize myself with what's going on and make sure that the oscilloscope itself is set up correctly to show what I want to show. Just give me 1 sec. So I should be able to pop it onto the 5-volt test point, and I should see, well, I guess, these chips probably have 5 volts at, all right, the computer probably has a 5-volt test point, right? 5-volt test point. Oh, God. I want to do 1, and then volts per division. How do I have that set up? Sorry, y'all. 1 sec. OK, so 1 volt per division. That's set up that way. So if I hit this, Wait. Oh, hold on. Wait. Sorry, I think I just did something stupid. Yeah, okay. I was dumb and I had the ground hooked to 5 volts. So the reference was set at 5 volts, and I was trying to measure 5 volts, and that was showing me that I had nothing. So now that I have it hooked to ground, like an intelligent person, I am getting 5 volts per division here. So actually, it's kind of all over the place. So 2 volts. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to familiarize myself with my oscilloscope again. It's just been so long since I've used one. The thing is with the work that I do, I generally, when I'm repairing boards, I don't need to bust the scope out. A lot of what I need to do does not involve using the oscilloscope. A lot of what I do involves the shotgun approach, which is not necessarily the most effective sometimes, or I'm using a logic probe, which is another an easier, more simple version of the oscilloscope. We could do exactly what we're doing right now with a logic probe, but we are going to be using a more complicated version of that, which is an oscilloscope. A logic probe generally will have 2 lights on it, like an up arrow and a down arrow, one being a signal that's high, the other indicating a signal that is low. Or if you have a signal that is floating or it is going extraordinarily fast, because some chips will have gates that will shift signals up and down depending on what's going on, both lights will light up. Generally, they'll also have speakers that will produce tones as well. Sorry, I was just trying to take a look-see at the chat. So anyways, what we're going to do here is I am going to let's use this as an example. Let's look at the oscilloscope here. Do you want to put the camera on the handheld, please, Emoto?
Yep. Ooh.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see.
Is the light on the camera on?
Actually, that's not bad. No.
Oh, okay. It's just overhead.
I don't know what a lot of this is. I'm not even going to pretend. This is why I don't want to bust this out, because I really don't know what is going on. But I know how to read it in a sense. So right now I am reading the 5-volt signal going to my computer. Do you see all those little waves and jumpies right there?
Yeah.
That is ripple
spikes
in that signal. That is showing me that we are getting 5 volts, but it is also going up, down, a little bit here and there, which is kind of fascinating. You can measure the ripple of things. How do let's see, if I change the volts per division up to 5 volts per division, I should be able to read the 12 volts coming in here. So do you see those wavy lines there? So right now I'm measuring the 12 volts at my filter capacitor. And do you see how it's not like a perfectly steady 5 volts? That's part of what we would call the AC ripple. But we're also looking at the output, right? So we have 12 volts coming in, 12 volts unregulated DC from the board we were just working on coming into our filter capacitor. And that's what this filter capacitor is there to do. Is, again, it's like, imagine a water tank. It's there to hold the 12 volts at a certain level. When this capacitor starts to die, it does not have the same maximum value anymore. And those lines will get really, 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 really ripply and get weird. And that's what can cause you to lose 5 volts on these games. That's why it's always recommended to replace this filter capacitor. So that is working. All right, now I had to set that to 5 volts per division. So when you look at the oscilloscope, you've got like an X and a Y axis, but you've got a line in the middle. Essentially right now it's reading 0 volts. I have it set right now so every one of these lines here is going to represent 5 volts. So if I put this on something that has 12 volts DC, 5, 10, and just a little more than 5, right? So we're reading probably a little bit less than 14 volts. And see how it's rippling there? I can put this on the 5-volt test point on the computer,
And now we have that bar has moved up one line. So we have about 5 volts at the test point, right? I can change this using the oscilloscope to change my volts per division, which is displayed in this bottom corner. I can set it to 1 volt per division. So now I can get it on to 5 here, and it's reading, up higher. If I tried to measure 12 volts at 1 volt per division, you can see it just peaked itself off the screen. So again, what we're looking at is an oscilloscope is a visual oscilloscope that shows like real time the micro ups and downs of the electricity. Your voltmeter, a digital voltmeter for the most part, is not sensitive enough to display those things quickly. You can use a analog voltmeter, which are incredible, and they have a needle that will move and hover around depending on like a 1-to-1 ratio of what it's reading. And again, this is used to read signals coming off of IC chips. This is the most expensive overkill voltmeter you'd ever need. It's a very fancy voltmeter, essentially, if you want to boil it down to something very simple. And I am too simple to use it. I don't understand 100%, but now you have grasped almost about what I understand. So, sorry, don't know why I just checked my phone. Generally, it's a weird habit to always check it when it buzzes. I'm sitting it over here. Okay, so what I want to use this for is we're going to measure the output of the chip. We want to make sure that the decoder chip that we installed in this board is outputting a signal when it's supposed to. Or whatever kind of signal it's supposed to be putting out. What I'm going to guess is if it's putting out, what we'll do is we'll put it in lamp test, and what that does is it pulses all channels of all the chips to go on, off, on, off, on, off. And if the chip passes that test, if it is pulsing on, off, we know that the chip is actually working and we have an issue with the SCR. So what I want to do, just watching the light show, what I want to do is put it on, for giggles, I want to put it on the extra ball arrow. So let me see if I can find that on my schematic here. Give me a second. Okay, so the shoot again, that's going to be for the shoot again light in the between the flippers, most likely. Extra ball arrow. Okay, so extra ball arrow is this guy. Extra ball arrow comes out of Q41, and Q41 signal goes back to pin 17 on U3. I'm going to get in here and see if I can find U3, and we're going to count the legs of the chip to find number 17. If you want to put the other camera back on, Emoto, the handheld guy, yeah. The legs of chips are counted from the top left. So what we're going to do here is this is pin 1. I'm going to count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's a 24-pin chip. So we're going to go 1 to 12, and then you move to the opposite side. So 1, 12, 13. I forget which one we're supposed to be looking at now. Sorry, hold on. Scatterbrain. Number 17. So 1 to 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now I just lost it again. We want to avoid, I don't have a great probe for this. I'm going to have to sacrifice a little bit of visuals here because I need to see what's going on as well. And I also don't want to cross the beams, if you know what I'm saying.
Don't cross the stream.
I don't have the greatest probe here for measure how I'm trying to use this right now. So do you see those signals coming that are going high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low? So what we're seeing right now is in attract mode, the extra ball and special light go on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And that's what we're seeing here on the oscilloscope. we can also go in and maybe measure some address data coming in. That would probably just look extraordinarily messy, but it might be kind of fun. So again, I need to be very careful not to. So that's address data. That's crazy. You can see how fast that data is coming in and out. Let me hit that again. We're on 1 volt per division. So we're seeing the data go, you know, a high signal, low signal, high signal, low signal. That's data being sent by the processor to address all of the lamps. It looks like a mess, right? Can you see? It's really hard to see. I apologize, but
Yeah.
it's pretty neat, though. There's a ton of data coming in there. That line is very hot.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So now we've seen the high-low signal come in and out from lights that are doing this, right? We were measuring the extra ball signal. So you see how it's just on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And that's exactly what we got on this pin. So what, 13, 14, 15, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what signal we're getting out of the 10x light now. We know that the 10x light is stuck on permanently right now. So let's see what this chip is putting out. That was Q19, right? 10x3 drop target. Q19, the output is pin 16 on U2. Pin 16 on U2, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Pin 15 should not be used. That's just garbage. Pin 15 is empty here.
I don't know if you read this, but Pinball Magician said you could probe the resistors between the SCR and the chip to make it easier.
Yeah, that's smarter because that would allow me to not have potentially cross 2 different outputs on the chip. So thank you. Yes, that is what I should be doing. And I will next time. Let's measure something. I want to measure something on the sword to watch it go on and then off. So on the sword, I forget what they call it. OK, it was a spinner, so 6 spinner. Let's look and see what 6 spinner goes to. Or let's do 1 spinner, because that one is less complicated on the schematic. Q9, that goes to R9. Let's see if I can find R9, which is going to be somewhere close to U1, which is the top chip here. Hopefully, R9. Let's measure off of R9 and see. We're probably going to have a very slow. Yep. So you see that? You see the pattern? It goes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what we see here is nothing, and then on, and then it counts through the rest, and on, and it counts through the rest. So what I'm gathering here is, if you notice, like the pattern of our signal matched up exactly with extra ball and special when we measured the 10x. That might be correct. That is what it is trying to output right now in the attract mode. So, and we can see it working too, remember, because it's stuck on, but we can see it on and then dim. So we're getting a weird signal. This might be an SCR. What we could do also is we could get it in game and then knock down the targets in order and see if we have a solid signal to that light. Let's do that just to be thorough, and it's kind of fun to poke things with the oscilloscope. So I'm going to do this kind of silly. I'm going to keep everything on the glass. I'm going to start a game. I'm going to hit. Actually, right now, it shouldn't be lit. Right now, it shouldn't be lit. Actually, wait. I'll just unplug the speaker, and then I could leave the volume at the level that I like it at. But the light is still lit, but it should not be lit right now. The light will turn on when you hit the the 1, 2, 3 drop targets in order. So let's see if that chip is putting out a high signal. I don't think it will be. So we are looking for R19. That would be the safest place to latch this on. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate it very much. So I'm going to latch our probe onto R19. And I'm getting a low signal. I forget in TTL logic what is considered a high signal, but I'm pretty sure it's anything more than 2.5 volts. Let us see if we get a very similar looking pattern on the oscilloscope when we measure another light that should not be lit. So let's look at a bonus light, anything other than 1000 bonus. Here's a easy one, 2K bonus. Let's find R29. That's coming off of U2, so that's going to be in a very similar area here, right here. Okay, well, that's interesting. We don't have a very similar signal. We have a less pronounced high coming through that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to R19. Let me make sure. R18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, definitely. We're getting a very different signal. Interesting. No, I think CMOS voltage is 3.3. TTL is 5, if I remember right. But I don't remember like what the actual difference between a high and a low signal is technically. I think it's like 2.4 volts. If it's any more than 2.4 volts, it's considered high. If it's any less than 2.4, it's considered low. If I remember, I might not be right. Let's look at a signal for a lamp that should be latched on right now as well. Let's look for A or B at the top of the playfield. The A rollover, that's probably what that is. That one's a pain in the butt to follow. Give me a sec. So we're looking at R45, I believe. If I read that correctly, that was much too easy to find. Come on, you probe. OK, well. Oh, you know what, actually? So look, this is a light that's supposed to be on, and we are seeing it kind of dip up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Let me hit one of these lights out of order. I believe actually when you start a game, the 10x should be lit, because technically you are in the correct order now. So if I hit 2, wait, what the hell? It's working now. We're getting some weird biphase signal. I feel like I'm getting dumber. Hold on. Did this thing just magically start working because I've been mad at it for a while? I don't think so. It just doesn't look right. But maybe me getting stuck on what I perceive as it not looking right has thrown me for a little bit of a loop. Yeah, OK. So I'm measuring the output right now for R19. And we have a very accurate no signal. Like there's nothing going on here. This is what it's supposed to look like. Let's see. OK, I'm confused now. Let's kill this game. Where's the slam tilt switch? Rebart the computer. Huh. Kill it with fire. Yeah, I guess it's time to kill this thing. I'm reading the chat now. Let's see. It's fixing itself. It really does.
What is that sound?
Sorry.
Is someone mowing outside?
Yeah, and my car is just getting covered in
Oh no.
all of the
Not
dirt
to
and
get it.
car or grass right now. I need to wash my car.
Pez said cold solder.
I mean, perhaps, maybe there was something goofy. I don't know, because it definitely was not working correctly before.
Do you guys hear that, or is it just on my mic that I hear?
You think I could go ask the gardener to go away?
No, don't do that.
Can you please go for a minute?
I think it's just loud on mine because I'm on your house mic and not your loud.
I'm
little
thoroughly
bit, just a
confused,
little.
y'all.
It's not too bad, is it?
Hold on, let me put it in test mode really quick and see. So remember in test mode we were getting it was staying lit all the time when it should be on, off. But the weird thing is it's actually working in game. So now I'm just a little perplexed. I mean, look, this is what, I don't get it. Put it on the handheld.
Oh, yep, my bad. Just kidding.
Well, first off, look how much brighter the lights are now that we've replaced the headers and replaced the bridge rectifier.
Yeah, it looks good.
But look at how this just is not right. But it works fine in game. Here's the thing now. At this point, I don't care because it is working correct in game. It is still acting very odd in test mode, but who cares? It's working. That's what it comes down to. We are getting some interesting behavior here where, do you see how we kind of have like those lower ridges are like, this is on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes higher, which is like a heavy on, a very clear on. So let us measure something else also, and then I think we're going to see a different behavior. But the fact that it works fine in game is what's quite confusing to me. But at this point, I don't care because it's just kind of working. So. The signal looks very different, measuring one of the bonus lights. We're getting a very different looking waveform, but we're also getting like a very clear, that the peaks are a lot higher, the on, off, where it definitely looks like we're getting more of just a slight bit of a floating signal to the 10x light, which is why I'm not sure why its actual flicker pattern is so odd. But the fact that it works in game, again, I kind of don't care anymore. It works. It's just really weird. I'm very confused. Let me also confirm that I am not just tripping. One more time. Y'all, the rest of y'all saw it. You guys laughed. There were lulls and things going on. So I'm going to kill the game. I'm reading now. This is not the board from Strikes and Spares. This is the board that was in Viking. Could it be a data address issue from the PIA? Possibly. Possibly. But the fact that it works in game and it's only weird in attract and test mode, again, I kind of have stopped being as worried about it now. Let's start a game. I'm going to hit the 10x out of order by knocking the 2 drop target down. So it is lit because right now we are going to get 10x if we hit 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to hit 2 now, which means we're out of order. That's our waveform on the oscilloscope. It is definitely lit. I hit it, the light has extinguished, and the signal has gone flatline. And the light is out, exactly as it should be. I'm going to complete the drop target sequence. The light relights. I'm going to hit 1. The light should still be on. 2. Now it flashes. It's supposed to flash and say, hey, you did it. You know, hit that last target. You get your 10x value. I hit it. It stays on.
Hmm.
So it's doing exactly like it's supposed to, but it just behaves so oddly. I'm going to call this one, what did George Bush say? Mission accomplished. Because I know that it's going to come back and bite me in the butt because mission is absolutely not accomplished, but what else am I supposed to do right now? we, like Jacob said, we could continue tracking it back, go back to the PIA that is sending these instructions or these actions down to these, the data to these decoding chips to light these lamps, which would be interesting and fun to chase back, but again, we've kind of fixed the issue. Not fixed the issue, rather. The issue just, it's a non-issue. I'm baffled. I am so baffled, but I like it, so. Anywho, great, let's all go home. We're done.
Yay. If it's not weird, it's not pinball.
I'm going to start from the bottom. Swapping the PIA might be fun. You know what? I should do that just for giggles. I think I've got plenty of boards with PIAs. I think I have a new one or confirmed working ones in my box. So maybe we'll do that. He's flatlining clear, LOL. Pinball Magician says, did you confirm the playfield wiring isn't shorted somewhere? Yes, we did that a few weeks ago when I was about ready to pull my hair out. Insanity Falls says I'm going to need an old priest and a young priest. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm kind of the priest, huh? Go Poo already says, if it's not weird, it's not pinball. I agree with you. I agree with you. And that's the stream. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I know. I wish I could do that and then just be done. But I like you guys, so at least we can talk a little since we were goofing off. I mean, the funny thing, too, is thinking about it like...
what we haven't done in a while is... Oh, are you going to show something else?
Yeah, I mean, I trust it, too. But there's nothing else that doesn't work on this computer, right? This is an aftermarket computer. Maybe there's something in the software that is just doing something weird for this game itself. To be really thorough, I should swap in another computer. I should put this in another game and look at the output for U19. I'm sorry, Q19 on the lamp driver board and see if we get the same thing. It could be a software thing. I don't know. But look, whatever the issue was, it's non-existent anymore in game. It was existent in the game at one point, but now it's not. So I'm gonna say I'm a George Bush it. Mission accomplished. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But I'm happy. Look at how light the feature lamps are. I'm very happy about that. That actually, I'm tickled pink. I'm very glad that I went through and put a new rectifier board in because now we have extraordinarily bright incandescent feature lights. So
Nice.
yeah. Jacob, I think I would shotgun the PIA, but I kind of would want to look at the schematic for this game. If I had the original computer, I totally would. But since I don't, I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that for now. So, okay.
Nintendo Raimi says, my 8-ball had weird issues. What board is in your 8-ball?
It's one of Andrew S.'s computers. I'm running this computer instead of my, I really like the Alltech computers, but this one has built-in abilities to run 7-digit scoring. So eventually, I really would like to be able to at least have the wiring in to be able to, when I have a pinball room at home and I bring my favorite game home, my Viking, I can set it up for 7-digit scoring because this game is extraordinarily easy to roll, the 6-digit displays. So anyways, I think we learned something. I don't know. I'm confused. But I think I'd like to open up the game and just take a look-see at some of the lamps that are being lazy, see if I can fix them. But yeah, gosh, I've been talking a lot. I'm very baffled, but I mean, at least we did something productive by looking at the oscilloscope, which everyone's been asking for. I don't know if y'all learned anything, but Pez Johnson, you come up with the best titles. Next week, we try to tackle why the 10X Lite is not working this time. Yeah.
I think this is a great time. If anyone has any tech questions on repairs they're working on, they can ask Kyle in the chat.
Let's do that. I'm going to go get some water.
I don't know if Mr. Loaf is still here, but he had a few questions he was trying to figure out. If anyone else has any tech questions for Kyle or all the other awesome people in our chat room, now would be a great time to do that. Let's talk.
That's delicious bottled water. Hold on. It's so hot in here, and I definitely think it's because all these pinball games are on, so I'm turning all of these games behind me off that the news crew was using to film Paul. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, I'm happy. Let me just get this kind of tidied back up, and then let's talk shop. Let's talk some fun stuff. What's going on in the pinball world? I think I'm going to organize my pinball room this weekend or next weekend, and put my gigantic piles of parts into boxes, so I can actually walk into that room and play my games that I have not touched in a long time. I can bring this guy home finally. I think my friend Josh and I found a workshop and storage space, so I'm going to probably move some of my stuff over there. Maybe not all of it, but a bit of it. We'll see.
Hold on, I'm going from the bottom. Gopu already says, would you risk taking off Mylar on a Doctor Who?
No. I mean, unless it's like particularly awful, but no, I probably wouldn't. I like Mylar's great. The only reason I'd really take off the Mylar is if it was starting to peel very badly, or it was bubbled up or like damaged somehow. But I'd much prefer to have a Mylar playfield. They're protected very well.
Insanity Falls asked, it's 91 degrees in the house. Where should I hook up the scope to troubleshoot?
The coffee shop around the corner so you don't overheat and die. That's awful. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
The Mylar, Gopu said the Mylar has some holes worn in it around the slings.
Oh, really? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it comes down to a personal thing. It's difficult to remove Mylar, and you run the risk of actually causing almost irreparable damage to the playfield by removing it. So I think it's like you have to think of it two ways. You either have a little hole around the slingshot that you just have to deal with, or you have to weigh that with potentially actually damaging your playfield by removing ink, etc. So I've removed Mylar before plenty of times without causing any damage, but it can happen. And I've also removed Mylar before and caused all sorts of damage. Sometimes it's not necessarily technique. Sometimes it's the adhesive and the playfield and the way it's been stored and stuff like that. So I would much rather have a game that was just slightly unsightly, but still have a nice playfield that isn't effed up.
Nice. And then Pinball122 asked a really great question. What do dash numbers mean for the wire color code on a schematic?
Which schematic?
Can you speak about that?
Yeah, what schematic are you talking about? Like what company or whatever?
Oh, is it different per company? That's not fun.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what he means, like the dash numbers.
Isn't there... Hold on, I'm trying to pull it. Where is the schematic?
Look, I would recommend not. I would just live with it, man. Especially if it's just around the slingshots. There's a lot of games that have Mylar that would like peel up a lot around like ramp entrances and stuff like that. And when they start to peel up, they start getting dirt underneath them, and they not only become unsightly, but they affect the play of the game. Just enjoy what you have, and if it doesn't affect the play of the game, it's not that big of a deal to me. Pinball122 answered. Can you move that window? Bally. Okay, so Emoto, keep scrolling and let me show you where the wire color information is and stuff like that. Keep going down, down, down. Keep it rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, so stop there. Go up. So zoom in on that wire color code. Zoom in and get that box in the bottom of the screen. So zoom in and have some of the above information there as well. So don't zoom in too much. Okay, now scroll over. So what do we see on the screen now? Okay, perfect. So let's look at this. So on the Bally schematics, this is the game wire harness page. It tells you where each wire on which connector, where it goes to, and what color each wire in each receptacle's pin is supposed to be colored, right? So let's use the, can you click on OBS again, Emoto? So let's look at the line all the way on the right side at the bottom. We see that it says 64, 25, A3, J3, 13. So what I see there is you see inside the rectangle that denotes the connector. So the connector at position 25 has a wire that is brown and green, and that brown and green wire ends up at board A3 at connector J3, position 13. That's what that tells us. So let me open my manual and I can figure out what all that actually means. But what we're looking at is like for the colors, let's get that down because that's actually really important in Bally knees. Remember, the number that is outside of the rectangle is the wire color. The first number is the color of the wire. The second number is the stripe. Or dash or whatever wire, however they had it done. These are accurate almost all the time, but there are lots of errors in these manuals, so always check physically. If you're about to do something irreversible, 5-7, right, is a white wire with an orange stripe. 1-3 is a red wire with a yellow stripe. 8-2 is a black wire with a blue stripe. That part's pretty simple.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Now, zoom out, Emoto, actually on the yeah. So zoom out a little bit, and I can try to decipher like where that bottom wire goes. So A3 is the solenoid driver. That's the voltage rectifier regulator solenoid driver. So pin 25 of J3 actually connects itself to the same plug, and I know what that's for. That actually carries the 5 volts from the 5-volt output to the rest of the game back to pin 25, which is the 5-volt connection for the actual solenoid driver board. So I always actually do put a redundant jumper on the back of the board for that because it's always the end pins on a board that crack. And if you do end up having cracked solder happen on that pin, you'll have a game that just will have no solenoids, nothing like that, because you don't have 5 volts at the driver board. It's really weird why they decided to not just tap in at the source, but actually have the output wire tap back into the same connector. Hold on. Look, we can look at it here, too. Put on the handheld cam, if you will.
Oh my God. How did I do that?
So do you see that here? Let me turn this light on. That's the wire we were talking about, brown with a green stripe, and it just loops back in on itself. So it carries that 5 volts. There's like 3 or 4 pads here, or connectors here that are tied together on the back of the board. So I generally will run a redundant wire from those pads on the back of the board and connect it to pin 25. So that way if the solder ever cracked and this pin wasn't getting a solid connection, the rest of this board still has its 5 volts. That's just a standard thing we do when we work on the voltage regulator solenoid driver board. I have
cool.
no
Thanks for
idea
that.
why I have so much energy right now. I'm so exhausted, but I feel like I'm talking really fast.
You are talking fast. That's good though. Awesome. Does anyone else have any other questions for Mr. Spiteri?
Well, there's a ton of questions. Let's do this. I'll even
You
stay
have
just
a
a little
love
late.
for solder.
'Cause
They're not questions. This is saying rolling, moving, disapproving, moving, rawhide. Those are all your questions.
singing one of the best songs ever. Rawhide. We're getting some AC help here, which is great. I'm just reading. I'm sorry. Why are you zooming in on me? Ugh. That's creepy.
We want to see you more. You have too much headroom.
Just say no to cracked solder joints and connectors. Yes.
That's true.
If
I
there's
didn't
a
specify
train
what
coming
type
from
of
New York and a
questions.
train coming from LA,
Those were good questions.
If there's a train coming from LA and one in New York, I would assume they'd meet somewhere in like Oklahoma, maybe Kansas. I guess it depends on a lot of things though, like the route, right? Because the trains can't take like a straight route. So I assume a train from New York is gonna have to like head immediately west into like Pennsylvania or like Ohio, and then have to start heading southwest.
I think they would get stuck or meet in like right past Colorado, because it's going to take the LA train quite a while to get over the Sierra Nevadas and Rockies to get through them.
Is that where the trains go though? Why would a train from LA go north through the Rockies and not like go straight east?
It's a diagonal up. Diagonal.
Well, but does the track actually run that way?
It's going to.
I would assume if I was smart, I would run the track east through the flat desert and then start to move northeast through the plains.
Yeah, if I was a train, I would ride along I-40 all the way to, where do you go from the I-40? Maybe Oklahoma City and start cutting up diagonal there? No, there's not a good diagonal route from there. Maybe you have to go I-40 all the way to Memphis. Oh, yeah. Stop at Flipside. And then then go diagonally northeast. Bullying. Uh-oh. The train has to pick up.
That's an acceptable word.
Of us Bay Area scumbags first. Oh, you got bullied. Stopped for that.
That's weird. I'm a scumbag. I don't want the...
Yeah, see, Jobber said he's seen many train tracks in the Rockies. I only get that from, like, playing video games that have train tracks in the Rockies. Or, you know, those, like, trains that fall off the bridges and the westerns?
Oh, yeah. I don't think that...
That's in the
mountains. I know that there are train tracks in the mountains. I just don't think a commercial rail line with time in mind would use a route that would go through difficult to pass terrain. So I don't know anything about trains, but
they don't have to worry about cows like wandering onto the train tracks.
That is true.
Kyle looks like someone who could bake really good cookies.
I like to make cookies. I like to make oatmeal cookies that my grandmother and mother used to make for me. So it's one of my favorite cookies.
Oh, wait. If I could get Kyle to move the camera. Eternal Grammy has a great idea of moving the camera so the fly-by-night owl looks like it's perched on your head. Yeah, just move Kyle, not the camera. See, he would move himself before touching the gear.
Yeah, I'm not getting up. It's hot as heck right now. I'm lazy.
Gopu already says, I have flasher issues on my Medieval Madness remake, but it's folded up right now. But maybe you have a tip of if you have flasher issues?
I have no idea how to fix those things electronically. They're easy to fix mechanically because it's all the Williams stuff, but I have no idea how the electronics work on those things. I would definitely recommend reaching out to not Churchill, Chicago Gaming in their support. They could probably help you out.
Yeah, see if the train went through Denver, then you could high five Pez.
I'd love to. I love Colorado.
You can toss a Pez or two into your mouth. That sounded wrong.
I love Colorado.
Straight through Denver.
That's where that's where all my German immigrant family moved to in the 30s. To Colorado, to Gunnison and Colorado Springs. So I think both of those towns are south of Denver. So.
You know, everyone in the office that is watching the live stream right now is just calling you out, being like, Kyle's not doing pinball repair, he's just talking about trains.
That's fine. They're just jealous. That's fine. I like trains. I find trains very fascinating. My great grandfather was a train
Jobber that's dirty.
engineer, like in the Alps in Bavaria. So when he moved to Colorado, he had the skill set to run mountain trains. So I have a connection to trains. I love traveling by train.
You know all about mountain trains, yet you refuse to believe about the diagonal train route across the Americas.
Sometimes the path of least resistance is the path with the shortest path between A to B is the path with the highest resistance. So. Zachariah already made a game about trains called Locomotion, I think. It's pretty cool.
Isn't Fire about trains?
No,
Maybe
it's
not.
about the Chicago fire. But there are some train whistle sounds that happen.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's why. I felt like, it's like a fire station. I was thinking there was a train back there. I think there's maybe trains in Sharpshooter.
That's very possible, yeah. Old Westy things definitely have a train themes. That's a good one.
Do you remember the pinball train? Does anyone remember that? Where you could ride a train, like an actual moving locomotive, and it had a bunch of pinball machines in it, and it was like a little mini pinball train museum in the Midwest? No.
That'd be fun.
Northern.
Does that
Northeast?
exist? Are you saying that's something that actually exists?
No, it actually existed, yeah. But I think during COVID, they shut down.
That's awful. Pinball 122.
The Strasburg Railroad pinball train car.
You should put that up in the chat so people can see. I don't know if we sell that sticker. I don't think so. I'm not familiar with that sticker at all. I'd like to go look it up because I'm curious what it looks like. Colin, I'm still drinking my bottle of a single barrel 12-year Belvini Scotch. That is quite good. Pinball training?
No, I didn't say that. Your Google search is not nice. How do I make this?
Remember, this is
small?
going to go into Discord right now.
Why
Oh, not
did-
Discord.
Hi, it's Jennifer Arrow from Jersey Valley Fun, and we're back.
No, we don't want to listen to her.
Oh my gosh, it's actually in a moving train?
Yeah. Wait, I got y'all. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. I give you the window capture. Two.
I don't know what you're referencing there with my summer of the 27th year, but I'm very curious. Can you tell me? That's a funny statement. Wow, that's really cool. Look at all that corn. That looks very middle America. I
It's like in
appreciate all those
Idaho.
corn farmers.
Yeah, isn't that wild? Insanity Falls says, "Give us pinball trivia."
Okay, let's do an easy one. What was the first Bally pinball machine to feature 7-digit scoring?
Wow. Hard body.
No. Look at that kid. He's like, I love pinball.
It goes from trains to tanks.
Yeah, War Thunder memes. Orbiter 1, nope. Not a Stern
Orbiter
game.
1 is a good question. What's it?
Or not a Bally game, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, human.
Hello, Ice Skidoo.
What's up, man? We fixed our problem and it was just like a non-issue because it decided to fix itself, I guess. So, whatever. I'm fine.
Oh,
Orbiter
hey,
1.
you wanna... I got an idea.
Remember, we're talking about Bally games here. So, what was the first Bally game to feature 7-digit scoring? So not 6-digit scoring. What was the first one that used 7-digit scoring?
Kiss.
No, Kiss is a 6-digit game. Y'all are funny. I like reading this chat today. Space Shuttle, no, BMX is too late.
No fear.
Space Shuttle's a Williams game. 8-Ball Deluxe is incorrect. Oh, those are good, Emoto. Those pictures you took at...
I know. I was gonna say, let's see if you can guess them all.
I tried
But
and I
let's
couldn't
answer
guess
your
all
question.
of them.
No one
Flash
guessed them.
Gordon is incorrect. Kings of Steel, incorrect. All those games are a few years too
Too
late.
new?
Flash Gordon is
Too
pretty
late?
close.
Gosh, I'm trying to think.
Come on, y'all. Bobby Orr is a 6-digit game.
Matahari.
Matahari's 6-digit scoring. Everyone's just
Paragon.
IPDBing it up now. They're just
Paragon.
like, let's do it.
I already said that. I already said Paragon. That's only 6 digits.
Yeah.
So it has to come after that.
I like Colin Baxter's typo there where he said Kings of Steel.
They're stealing.
It's like a game
What?
that it's just like the Kings of the Thieves or
Oh
something.
yeah,
That
what
would
if
actually
it
be
was
cool.
Viking?
No,
would-
Viking is Viking really needed. Insanity Falls wins. Skateball.
What is it? Skateball? We said that.
Insanity Falls.
I'm just kidding.
Skateball was the first Bally game that you could score 1 million points on. You could score up to 9,999,990 points.
Wow, how'd you figure that out, Insanity Falls? Did you Google it?
He's a IPDB warrior, like the best of us.
Okay, look at this.
I have no idea what that's from. Let's skip that one for a second.
Does anyone know which one this is? Okay. How about this one?
Oh God, Grand Lizard.
Yeah, I think so. How did you know? Wait, now I gotta double check.
Because I've forgotten actual important things to remember a bunch of stupid pinball stuff.
But you should know the first one I showed you.
I should, but
Does
it's not
Does
coming to
anyone know
brain
this
right now.
one? Let's see. I
Well,
can.
Yeah, you can score over 1 million points on Viking too, but it just goes to 0, 0, 0, 0, and it also doesn't count as a high score because once it rolls back over to 0, the game has no idea you've actually scored more than 1 million points. So.
Oh, Snurfoo says fishtails. That is incorrect.
Yeah, that's a dot matrix game. You could score lots of points on that thing.
Okay, how about this one? Ooh. Think of the color palette. It's very blue lighting on this game.
And it's got that really interesting stippling that Williams used a lot. So I'm gonna guess that it's,
No.
I think it's a Williams game just because I recognize the style of art.
Nope, not Xenon or Space Shuttle. Great guesses. It starts with an S and has 8 letters, and it's not a Williams game.
It's not a Williams game. Okay. Oof, that one's tough.
All right, let's go back to it. Come back to it.
Ooh.
This is a good one.
Ooh, yeah. This is a Bally game, right? It's no.
No, it is.
It is a Bally game. It's
You gotta know it.
Lost World.
Yeah, go Kyle.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, Knight Rider.
That is incorrect.
Oh no, it's Truck Stop.
Wait.
Bally Truck Stop.
No.
No? Oh shucks.
This is it is a Bally game. Kind of rare. Oh yeah, it's at the very, very top of it. Obvious what it is, but it's not a game you see on location a whole lot. Insanity Falls should be getting all of these right since he's been to this arcade.
Okay, so can I
You
get
said-
one hint?
Yes.
Does this game have displays like old Bally games like Viking, or does it use a display like Hard Body?
Like Viking.
Huh. And it's not Knight Rider. It's not BMX. It's a Greg Kameg game, so it's old. Oh man, honestly, I don't know.
1979.
There's a lot of games that came out in 1979. I'm running through my head right now. I think if I looked at all the games in 1979 on IPDB, I'd be able to guess it, but I don't know that one. I'm not sure.
No one got it yet. All right, how about this one?
Ooh.
Ooh. This is a good one. I would love to own this game.
It's
a really
pinball,
fun
right?
game. It is pinball.
Okay.
I know you know what that is, right? Can you know what the full object is?
It's a car.
Yeah.
It's a race car.
Yeah.
But it's not one of the race cars on Checkpoint, so
Mm-mm. No, not Knight Rider, not NASCAR, not Speed Racer, no.
huh.
Insanity Falls hasn't even been there yet. Dang. I feel you though.
I don't
Same.
I don't know this one. Okay, can we get can I get a manufacturer?
Williams.
Huh.
And I will say that the designer is still actively working. Dang. What a hint that was.
Oh, I know what it is.
Okay, what is it?
It's No Fear.
Yeah!
Okay.
Steve Ritchie's
Yeah,
No
Ice
Fear.
Skidoo
I love
deserves
this
that
game.
one too. I was trying to
Ice
think because I mean, it's obviously a NASCAR, but it's not Stern NASCAR. And I was thinking, there's not a lot of racing games, but I
know.
always forget that
Listen.
No Fear. Yeah.
All right, this one was hard because if I took a picture of anywhere else on the playfield, you would get it instantly because it's a very famous color palette all over the playfield.
Huh. Oh man,
Wait.
that one's tough. It's interesting. It is that periwinkle is pretty unique.
But if you zoomed out more, you would get more colors of. I guess I could have made it a little bit easier. When I was doing this during COVID on our Marco Instagram, I would put the most obscure close-ups ever, and people would get it right instantly. It was insane. Not Centaur, not Domino. It's the hint is it's a famous trilogy? No, that's too much of a hint.
A trilogy? Lethal Weapon. No.
I mean, no. Well, wait.
I think
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if people call it a trilogy.
What about
But I would.
what about a manufacturer? If you gave a manufacturer, I could maybe that would help me more.
Okay. Williams.
Oh fuck. Oh, sorry. Oh, that was a bad swear. Okay.
We just crashed and burned.
I fail. All right, Paul's gonna subtract that from my pay.
Not Lord of the Rings, not Space Invaders, not Back to the Future.
It's a Williams game. It's a trilogy, a Williams game. There's multiple and something. I mean, it makes me want to say.
It's a loose trilogy. It's a loose trilogy. There's 3 games that it's.
I think Daniel has it.
Bride of Pinball. No.
Oh, okay. I know what it is. I'm not gonna say it. I'll let someone else say it now. Yeah, Colin. I know. Fire me now.
It's not the Bride.
It's the final in the trilogy, right?
Is it the final?
Is it Jackpot?
No, it's Pinbot.
Oh, it's Pinbot? Oh.
Yeah, also a pretty rare one to see on location. 1984 Branson has a lot of cool games.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of those.
All right, come on, you guys got this one.
I don't got that one.
There's words.
I know, but I was looking at it on your Facebook and I was like, man, I don't know what that one is.
All right, anybody? Is it honking or is it like meep meep?
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's funny.
Dent. Congratulations, Dent. Dent got it.
Good job.
Welcome to the Space Jam. All right.
Oh, that's
This is a pretty one. I love this back glass and art. It's an old Gottlieb.
Yeah, is it space themed or not?
It is space themed.
Is it jet spin?
No, it's not.
Is Yeah, I don't know. There's too many Gottlieb games. They all look so dang similar, but that's I know that plastic.
Anyone Solar? No, not Solar City. That's close.
Orbit?
Insanity Falls. You live right by this Pinbot. You are the privileged one. You live closer there than I do. This is Countdown.
Oh.
Another beautiful game.
That is a great game.
Okay, this one I had to go super close because you would get it instantly.
I'll let someone else.
Anyone? All right, someone in the chat, give it to us. What could this possibly be?
One of the best games of all time.
Agreed.
Possibly the best game of all time.
Arguably, indeed.
Not even
College
arguably.
Queens
I would
in
just say
Space.
it is. It's so good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but next to Hard Body, so. Medieval Madness? Nope, not Medieval Madness. But good guess with the colors. 'Cause there's lots of red in Medieval Madness.
It's even better than Medieval.
Yeah,
Madness.
look at this feature. What is this? What could this be?
Oh, come on. The chat isn't just like all over the place. Don't make me ruin it.
Come on.
Y'all have 10 seconds. Big guns.
Big guns.
I mean, we do have good taste in pinball, Pez, but no.
All right, do you guys need a hint? Nope, it's a newer game. Junkyard's a great guess. I could see this being in Junkyard.
But
maybe.
Junkyard is not the greatest game of all time, y'all. Come on.
Oops. Right, I gotta go up. I think that was the first one. No, it's not. Yeah, that's true. But Junkyard's weird. A hint is this is a food item.
Huh.
That is very important to the lore of this pinball machine and license.
Not
Batman 66, no. But getting closer as far as when this game released.
Yeah. There are similarities between
Volcano? No. No. Did you see this, Kyle, and know instantly what it was?
Yes. Absolutely.
Nope, not Popeye. All
Yes.
right, it's a Stern game. Is this food truck pulled from
No,
the dumpster?
we got it. Mark.
Yes! Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, Deadpool. It's a chimichanga. It's a chimichanga, you know, Deadpool.
One of Deadpool's chimmies.
Chimis. All right, come on. This is a hard one, but you get a little bit of a playfield, and
I think that's a
spinner.
generic spinner, though.
it is a generic spinner, but that's why I let you see this part, the color palettes. Although that's a very common color palette of this era.
I mean, so okay.
Gavin said he pretty much
that's
got
a-
all of them right. This is also a very rare game. I've never seen this game on location besides 1984 Branson.
It's a Stern spinner because the part number is a Stern or Chicago coin part number. Wildfire does not have a. Does Wildfire have a spinner?
No.
Dracula?
No. Whoa, the flyer images of this one is really cool.
It's not Dracula. It's not Wildfire.
What kind of hint can I give you? You're right about the Stern. It's a pretty rare game. It's
The whole, I'm
ocean themed.
Oh, I know what it is.
Anyone?
I know what it is.
Unfair advantage that Kyle recognizes Stern part numbers. Hey, that's part of his skill set. That's why I put it on there. That's one of the active hints. All right, what is it?
Stingray.
No, but
Oh,
close.
God, what's that other one?
It has the weirdest backglass ever.
Yeah, it's it's right on the tip of my tongue. It's not Stingray. It's not Neptune. It's not Neptune. It's
Mm-mm. You're really close.
Trident. Yeah, Pez got it. It's Trident.
Yeah,
Good job,
Trident.
Pez Johnson.
Pez is sitting there on pinball maps looking at all the options.
Oh my gosh. Sea Witch is all blue. There's no yellow. That's a good game. Trident's a really good game.
It's really cool. All right. Oh, this is a fun one.
Interesting.
The first time I ever played this game, I don't know, this might help you and Eternal Grammy, but the first time I ever played this game was at Free Gold Watch.
Oh, I know what it is. I'm just gonna go for it. Prospector.
Yeah.
I know. I could tell because of the it's a
mountains.
Sonic pop bumper cap.
There's actually a train going through these mountains right now
Yeah.
to get to New York.
Oh my god.
All right. This should be it. Well, yeah, for people who know, they know this one. But
Oh,
the
I know
art
what that is.
looks like it could be. This artist worked on a lot of things. I feel like.
If I think I know what it is right off the bat, can I just blurt it?
Yeah.
Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah. That was awesome. All right, here's a different looking kind of one. You got some.
Oh, I know what that is
reflections
too, but
going.
I'm gonna let someone else guess it.
You have to look at the details. There's lots of there's a detail in this photo that gives it away instantly.
Yeah. This game has so many flippers. I'm just gonna say that.
And you know because you know this game intimately.
I've had this game at my fingertips for ever working in the industry that I work in. So And then all of a sudden it got really popular and everyone wanted one.
Yeah.
But it's got an incredible
Anything?
theme that resonates with everybody. Not everybody.
Rebel Dog, which Simpsons?
Oh, Ice Ski Doo
Yep.
gave it the perfect
Pinball
answer.
Party.
I think Rebel Dog
Yeah,
and Ice
see
Ski Doo
down
get
here?
50-50 credit.
The Simpsons eyes.
That's the
I know.
couch,
I
right?
always mix them up too. All right. This should be-
Bally Atlantis.
No.
It isn't?
Nope. Sure,
Oh.
it's not.
It's not Gilligan's Island. It's Oh, come on. I should know this. I know what that is.
You should know this. Yep, Daniel. Woohoo!
Oh, yeah. Daniel knows.
Fishtails.
Because he's had his all the way apart. Good
Yep.
job.
He's like, I know this plastic. I had to clean it. Oh, that's my kids.
And those are the
Wrong way.
kids. Is
I
that
think
it?
that's
Oh,
it.
no.
I know, right? Wait.
But we never got
hold
the
on.
first
So
one.
let's go backwards, because, yeah, never got this first one. We got all of those. Meet me. Pinball. No fear.
That's where I said the F
Countdown.
word. I
Oh, yeah, this one. You want to know what it is? I'll give you, it's a sci-fi theme.
Yeah. Blackout.
Nope. But that's a great question. It definitely has the same blue lights all over it.
It's not.
Like-
It's not firepower. It's
Like, oh, I was thinking black hole, but no, it's not either of those.
It's not a Williams game.
Gottlieb. There's pyramids.
Oh. Okay. I know what it is. I wouldn't have guessed it though. I would have not been able to get that one. Actually, there
What
is
is it?
there is one telltale thing now that I should have noticed. The purple dots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyone in the chat? Indiana Jones? Nope.
It's a great game. It's definitely one of my favorites too.
That's what I figured. It seemed like it would be in your repertoire.
It's a great
All right.
property.
What game is it, Kyle?
Stargate.
Yeah.
It's got James Spader.
All right, you got that one instantly. That was really good. The Lost World one, because it's her leg. All right, going back to this one.
Okay, I'm gonna give it two quick guess. I mean, I'm gonna say high speed, and then I'm gonna say
Nope.
that looks like Python art. It's not. It's not Comet or Cyclone.
You are correct. It is Python art. Can you tell what it is? Like what this object is?
Yeah, it kind of looks like a berry bush or an apple tree or something.
Yeah. Nice.
Is it hurricane?
Is it what?
Hurricane?
Nope. And not cyclone, not bad cats. Oh, Pez got it. Taxi.
Hey, good job. Where is that
Because
on Taxi?
it's like, who is it? Someone's holding it. It's like Gorby or someone is holding this bag of apples on the ramp. No, it wasn't Gorby. It was who's holding the bag of apples?
Apples for Santa?
Santa's apples?
That's funny. That's awesome. That was other than, well, I guess the giveaway should have been also that it's Python art and there's a lot of gray, and Taxi's playfield is like super gray. So, dang, that's a good one. Keep this up. This is some great pinball trivia. I love.
Oh,
this.
it's the taxi that's going up the right ramp.
Oh,
has
and
this
it's got the Christmas tree
sticking out of it. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I'll take more pictures at Southern Fried this weekend. When I come back the following weekend, we can do that again.
Are you're coming to my house, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I am.
When are you coming to my house?
Probably Sunday night.
Not this upcoming Sunday, but next Sunday.
No. I'm going straight to Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
Next weekend, straight to Southern Fried, and then driving to South Carolina to be with y'all for a few days. Load up on those. These are fun. Yeah. Thanks.
I'll miss
I
you
love it too.
at Southern Fried as well, Rebel Dog.
I know. Poor Rebel Dog. And us.
I wish Atlanta wasn't 3 hours away.
It's pretty close.
But it's not, because it's 3 hours away, and that's like...
Kyle, that's only like half of Fellowship of the Rings Extended Edition.
It's true. Oh, Colin's gonna come down. Why would you come to hell on earth, South Carolina,
it's
in
so
the
hot.
summer?
It's so hot and humid right now.
Yeah, don't.
I
do
know.
it.
Rebel Dog's driving all the way up from Florida or something. He's dedicated.
Yeah, to be honest, like one of the actual stopping points is like I actually have a screw in one of the tires of my car, and I really should not be driving it, especially 3 hours to Atlanta, and I don't trust my wife's car to make it to Atlanta, so there's kind of a double-edged thing there. But speaking of which,
Kyle's gotta mow the lawn this weekend, too.
I do, actually. I hate having a yard. Anyways, actually, no, I mowed it the other weekend. I need to mow my front yard again, but I need to wash my car now that the gardener probably blowed 10 pounds of grass all over the damn thing.
All right. Well, that's our show, y'all. Next week we will be... Wait, what are we doing next week then?
I don't know. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's give this thing its actual final look through. Let's look at the playfield, make sure everything's good. And then
I like that.
I can just put it away, and it'll be one of my giant stressors marked off. I'll just continue working on my games until I have all 30 of them working and stuff.
That sounds good. And then at Southern Fried, I know we always say we're going to do this and then we get so busy with setup, but I'll try to zoom in so you can say hi
Next
to everybody.
week we'll
there.
find out why the 10X is weird. You're correct. We will do that. Yeah, Colin, the screw is in the sidewall of my tire, and kind of too close to the side. And I also drive like a giant. I drive like I wish I was in an F1 car sometimes, so my tires are sufficiently bald, and they deserve to be replaced. So.
Yay, Daniel! Have a great vacation.
Yeah, have fun, man. That sounds great.
Well deserved. So let's see, for those who are on Twitch, who we can raid. Well,
Ice Deuce says, thanks Emoto for editing Jim Patla's name because I hated it.
I know. Well, see, I made the layout really fast and then went and did a show and didn't even look at it, and I put it on there, and then when I came back and was actually back on PinTech Live, Kyle mentioned it, and I was like,
and I forgot to put the text box over it.
Could I? I'm
See you
sorry.
later, man.
It's Patla. Cool. So we got lots of stuff going. Speaking of Harlem Globetrotters,
great game.
we can go check out Harlem Globetrotters playing on Mystery Pinball Theater.
Oh, Dalton's here.
3000.
Hey, Dalton. Remember, I'm your #1 fan and winner of the fan club. You better win that tournament in Atlanta, my man.
Yeah, because it's his birthday.
Yeah, birthday
so he's
boy.
gonna win. Right, Dalton?
Can you come here,
do
Dalton,
it.
and play my Viking and leave it with a score of 9999990, please? And I'll never
Dalton,
reset
what's
it.
your favorite type of cake? Let's get a big cake because we'll be celebrating our birthdays next weekend together.
Dalton likes carrot cake. Seems like a
Carrot
cake?
cake?
Kind of guy. I like carrot cake too.
I like carrot cake. He's not responding. How am I going to end this stream without knowing what type of cake Dalton likes? All right.
Strawberry cake. That sounds delicious.
Strawberry cake. Dang. So I need to call your grandma up? All right. I'll see what I can do. All right, y'all. We're going to head over to Mystery Pinball Theater 3000, say hi to Manu, and it looks like he's at Free Gold Watch.
Cool.
playing Harlem Globetrotters, so it should be good.
Heck yeah. and
Partial
then-
to plain vanilla or chocolate. Yeah, I should get some cupcakes
No, we're gonna
and
call
put actual
Dalton's grandma
pinballs on them.
and get Dalton's grandma to make that good old strawberry cake. You know.
I know. All right. Well, thanks y'all for hanging out. Sorry we started late, but as soon as that awesome news report comes out of Columbia, South Carolina, pinball capital of the world, we'll post it so y'all can watch it too. And we'll see you at Southern Fried next weekend. Goodbye, everybody.
Au revoir. Bye.
Au revoir. Au revoir.